In today's video, let me show you how to make the perfect, delicious and flavor-loaded big pot of stew. Hello, welcome back again to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to perfectly and deliciously cook your stew for white rice or anything of your choice. This stew you can also pair with swallow. Alright, so keep watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and please do not forget to share. For this stew, I'm going to be using different part of meat. So into my pot, I've gone in with some cow foot already cleaned. And also I went in with shaki, which is tripe. And I went in with some beef with bone. And to season my meat, I've gone in with some blended onion, garlic, and ginger. And then I'll go in with some curry powder, turmeric powder, and then I'll go in with some dry rosemary. Now I'm going to go in with some seasoning and salt. And I'm going to mix this until it's well combined. And once this is nice and combined, we are going to cover and let this boil for like 10 to 12 minutes. We need the meat to release their own juice before we add water. This way, this will come out very flavorful and tasty. And also, I'm going to be adding some turkey wings to this very recipe. So on the other end, I have my already cleaned and cut turkey wings. So I'll go ahead and season just the same season I added to the other meat. I will add it to my turkey and I'll stir. And the reason I'm not cooking the turkey with the rest of the meat is because turkey tends to cook easily than the rest of the meat. So now we are going to cover without adding water. Just allow it to boil for 10 minutes and allow it to release its own juice. Now after 10 to 12 minutes, we are going to add water and stir that well. And then we are going to cover this and allow this to cook until the meat is nice and tender. We need this to be about 90% cooked. And I'm also going to do the same to the turkey wings. And we are going to leave this to cook. Alright, so while that is cooking, here we have some things for the stew. I have my already cleaned bell pepper. This is red bell pepper. You want to clean and remove the seed from the bell pepper. And also we are going to need some onions. And for pepper, we are going to be using some habanero pepper, and the amount of pepper you add to your soup or your stew depends on you. And here we have some garlic and ginger. I'm adding this little because we already have some in the meat. So we are going to be using the stock from the meat. And these I'm going to blend off camera, just blend smooth and then set aside. And now back to the meat. At this stage, the meat is nicely cooked and it's about 90% cooked. Alright, so I'm going to take these off the heat, transfer to my strainer and allow it drain. And for this, I'm not going to be frying this particular meat, but for the turkey wings, I've already fried behind the camera. And that's because I don't want this video to be too long. You can grill the meat if you want to. If you want to fry yours, you are totally fine with it. Alright guys, so to make the stew, just place your pot on the heat. Now add some oil, and once the oil is nice and hot, I've gone in with some diced onions. And for flavor, I went in with some thyme, curry powder, and turmeric powder. And saute that for like 2 minutes. And after 2 minutes, I've gone in with some tomato paste, just a little bit of tomato paste to give it that beautiful red color. And you want to cook that tomato paste for like 10 to 12 minutes. And next, I will go in with the blended pepper mix. And once you add that, you want to stir this nicely to combine. And next, I'm going to add my already strained or drained tomato sauce. This is store-bought tomato sauce. So what I did was to pour it in a strainer and allow the liquid drain out of it. And here I'll go in with the oil I use in frying the turkey wings. And if you want to cook your stew with just a little oil, it's totally fine. For me, I love to add enough oil that can cook, that can, help me cook the stew very well. And after adding everything, I stirred and covered this to cook. And you want to come back every now and then to give that a stir to prevent it from burning. And this is like 40 minutes later of cooking this tomatoes, because I need it to be very well cooked and we need that to be very tasty and not sour. So I've gone in with my seasoning. Now stir that nicely to combine, and now I'll go in with the stock we got from the meat. And after adding the stock, I will stir this nicely to incorporate, and then we will cover. Let it cook on high heat and make sure to come back every now and then to give it a stir. And you want to allow this cook for like 30 minutes. And this is like 30 minutes later after adding the stock. And I turned off the heat because I don't want it to splash everywhere. Now turn back on, or turn on back the heat, and now add your meat. For the meat, you just want to add gradually so you don't over add meat, okay? All right, so I've gone in with the cooked beef, cow skin, shake, and all of that. And here comes in the fried turkey wings. Now, once you have stirred that, cover this and allow it cook for 15 minutes on high heat. And you just want to make sure this is looking very, very beautiful. The oil is looking very beautiful, and the stew is looking so, so good and delicious. And now this is ready. So turn off the heat and you can go ahead and serve this and enjoy. I tell you, this was so, so delicious. It was flavorful, with different parts of meat. You can tell how delicious this is. So you can go ahead and serve this with your white rice, spaghetti, or anything of your choice. And I tell you, you are definitely going to enjoy. Alright, so if you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, share, and don't forget to leave me a comment. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next video. Enjoy.